Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're doing the third part of the same armor. There will be one more part, and that's me showing you everything. These past three videos are just me, well, that was a very good description. These past three videos are just going to be me showing you how to make it, or explaining how to make it, and just kind of showing you the armor when it's not on me. And then of course the fourth video will be the armor on me. Now, the one thing I'll mention is that the one thing I haven't made yet is the stand, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna get that done. But that's the only thing I can't show you guys. But anyways, here's the video. So starting off with the helmet, I suppose, since that's where it's gonna go top to bottom here. Here's the helmet. Everything here is made with plastic except for this, which is made out of cardboard. This logo. You can see it is I got this work helmet for pretty cheap at my local costume shop, and what I've essentially done is cut it a little bit up here in the visor. It's very sloppy cut. I did not do a very good job. I've cut it all the way around, and I've drilled some holes in it, and then I've cut out pieces of plastic, which I used, I don't know what exactly, oh yeah, like blind curtains, and they end up working really well, and I just cut them in half. And I kind of got each of these, and you can see they come all the way around, obviously, to the front, this one being longer so I can bend it and get those pieces. And it slots down like that, and you got the helmet. In the front here, in the inside, we have a bit of padding, so when you put it on, it feels good. And then of course I've glued on these strings, which essentially act almost kind of like a noose, in the sense that this isn't obviously it on all the way. I just might as well put it on all the way. It acts as a noose, so you can essentially untighten it very easily. So obviously that helps with keeping the helmet in place. And yeah, these were just spray painted and then glued on, and obviously I used some cord here, which I removed the inners, so it was thinner and easier to work with. There's that. Next up we have the mask. It's not the greatest looking piece well, you can kind of see it here. It's very poorly done because of the spray paint I used. But what I've done here is just added the taken feathers to make the mustache, and I've added a little neck piece, same process as that one. Obviously we have this little elastic strap, and you have a mouth plate. But the armor does look a little big because it's just a strap right here, and there's no strap right there keeping it around like that. Yeah, that is the mouth/neck guard. Getting on to the bigger piece, probably the biggest piece of this whole thing, we have the body armor, which, as you can tell, is very large. This is the front. It essentially just lays on you like that. On the back, here's the back. You can see essentially what happens is these three cords go inside those holes, and they tie together. A bit hard to breathe, but that's fine. Yeah. And then we have these straps, which go over my shoulders, and those go inside these little loops, and they attach on. And of course we have the actual shoulder armor, which very simple design here, but it's, see, very, like I said, simple design. Just goes right over the shoulder, no problem. Sorry, my hair's looking a little weird. But those just fasten very easily. And of course when you throw these over, you have this neck bit, which is completely covered in the back. But what I've done is taken a piece of fabric, and there's plastic pieces in each of these individual little pockets, and that just gives me a little bit more neck protection around the back of my neck. And I've just gone around and glued around it, and then added some puff paint, so you can kind of tell a little bit more. And yeah, it's kind of a practical armor, I suppose. Obviously not with like real weapons, but in certain situations I'm sure it could be used properly. So that just adds a little bit more protection. And then of course, Coming along to the next piece, we have a underskirt, which this mostly covers the thighs, and of course, like like everything else, it's been laced with cord, which I believe, I don't know if I said on that one, but I used two different colors. I used this orangish color, and then I used the blue. And you can spray paint if you want. This is just easier for me not to, and I think the white turned out fine. But you can see just kind of all along, tied around, and then on the back, it's tied in the 9 spots to make sure they really, stay secure. You cannot see that at all. And then to make sure it secures to my leg, you have that little bit, and it's on each end, and it just has a little snap, and it just snaps around my leg. And then obviously this just ties around my waist. And then of course I haven't shown it, but I do have, here it is, just a really long blue bit of fabric. It's been pretty poorly cut, but it just wraps around my waist like so, tied in the front, and that just goes over the armor so you can hold things like the sword in place. And then of course underneath the armor we have the sleeves, which technically, and to be realistic, these bits on top aren't even supposed to be part of the sleeves. It just helps a lot more and makes things a lot easier. And what you do is you slip your arms right to the sleeves, and these would tie around your side, and you just slip your fingers inside that hole and then that hole, and you have a whole sleeve of armor. You get a pretty fair amount of movement. I do plan on replacing these because they're not very strong and they're definitely going to tear soon. Yeah. And then obviously you have the lacing on the inside, which gives you a lot of breathing room if you don't have much, or since you don't have very much, since it's a heavy piece of armor. And then you have this piece which wraps around and ties just to keep the hands in place, which I didn't think was necessary until I tried it on and I realized that you can't really hold much because the bits go over this part of your hand. And then last we have the shin guards, which essentially are pieces of plastic, and then if I can work this out here, these have become a lot worse over time. You can see that just goes on my shin, and it covers my knee for the most part, and it's pretty secure. As long as it's fastened properly, you don't have to worry about the front bit really popping down all that much. And then of course you have these two bits, which just wrap in the leg, and then you tie them. I think that's everything. I was going to do armor for the foot, but then I realized that would just be too difficult and unnecessary work, and the shoes that I have are already fine. That's pretty much it. This next video I will be going over the armor itself and how it looks when it's on somebody. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. I'm not doing that now. That's for losers. No, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, peace out.